Hey YouTube, welcome back to the Wilderness Twins channel. I'm Eddie Petrie, one half of the Wilderness Twins. Gordon's not here just now. Thought I'd come back out last week when I did my little baking video on the Firebox, which I'm going to use again today because I'm not allowed open fires where I am in Southern Ontario, this park in Southern Ontario. So this actually works out perfectly for me because I can't do any other cooking. I had a thought that instead of being able to go out and spend even just a few more dollars just to get the two tins that put together, I thought I'd come out with my normal sort of MSR type cooking pot and actually see if I can duplicate it on top. I can't see why not, be exactly the same thing. So what I'm going to do, or what I did, is I'm going to use the small one, the small cooking pot. Went out to the, because I wanted to again raise the cooking implement a little bit off the bottom, so it's not sitting directly on the heat, but surrounded by heat. So I went to the dollar store, bought these little grills. Just bring it close. It's just a mesh. You get two of these for $1. It's, you know, very cheap aluminum, but very flexible, and that's what I needed. So I'll show you why. Because inside, I'll bring this back to you. Inside the pot, what I did was just fold it very tight, and then started expanding it from the middle out, so it came into a circle instead of being the square. Just put it in there and it fits nice, and that'll keep the top or the cookware. And I'll just show that as well. So what I've got is I got from Walmart. You pick up two of these expanding cake tins. You just pop this open and the bottom pops out. So when you're finished baking your items, you don't have to sit there with a spoon trying to prod it out. You just pop that out and lift the whole thing out. It's great. Gordon's got another one of these. They came in pairs, and Gordon and I do this all the time. If we see something that comes in a pair, or if it's a good deal and there's two of them, we'll give each other one, because generally we only need to carry one of whatever we need. So it's great being a twin that way. So I'm going to show you how this works. Hold on. First off, I'm going to obviously start my fire. I'm going to use there's a ton of the trees around here are absolutely chock-a-block with the pine cones, so I'm going to use this, and then should just like start that off, put that in. And that starts great. I'll be back in a minute and I'll show you the next step. Okay? Bye. Alright guys, welcome back. And girls, my apologies. Welcome back. Right, this is heading down. I've got some nice pine sticks in there from the pine cones. Got pine cones to start it, and then the sticks just to start making the coals. I prefer a hardwood coal, so I've gone out and got some there's a down tree over there. I'm not the expert on trees, Gordon is, so to me it's just a down hardwood. I know it's a hardwood tree. I found last time that trying to control the temperature was a little bit of a pain, but I thought that if I could get the sticks all sort of uniform-ish size, I could just keep feeding it time after time, because I did that in my first video and it worked out okay. Using the coals, not so much. Maybe I have to put in a couple of coals. So I took out two tools instead of one tip for everybody that's out there, and I'll do a video on this, but I use my two tools that I take out to save my knife, because obviously our knives are our most important tools, so we use them when we need them. So two tools that I have out with me all times, usually in my bag. A pair of secateurs, where that's obviously the job for it. But unfortunately this big bad boy is a pipe cutter. But this dude will go through trees, you know, bigger branches than this, and this will do absolutely no problem at all, because it's got a really heavy duty blade and it's got the ratchet. It'll actually nip down onto it. So I just want to show you that I'm going to cut little pieces off with the secateurs. I want, obviously safety is my first tip, so when I'm working with a fire or working with any wood, I keep gloves on. That way, if any accidents do happen, you know, at least my hands are covered in case a piece of firewood or a spark blows out onto my hands are covered. So obviously, I've been starting these off about, you know, 2-inch pieces approximately of hardwood. I've got some pine wood there started. Obviously, we just use our secateurs and then just snip these through instead of using our knives or our saws. Okay, a hatchet would probably do the job just as well, but I don't want to be, I know for sure if I'm using this that it's exact. And with this, all you have to do is open it up, pull the blade apart, and this sucker got a ratchet down, and that bites through absolutely no problem. So again, open it up a little, pull out the blade. There's the, and I'll come and show you this. So when you start using this, you figure out approximately your height, and you can hear it snip through that, no problem at all. So again, so open this up, pull open your blade, and you can pull it up into whatever, because this opens up, it can take, you know, a branch of a decent height, because that'll cut pipes no problem at all. So again, let's work this back. Here we are. You can hear it's crunching right through that. So you can get the exact size of twigs you need to continually feed your fire and control your heat. Okay, that's an important part of baking or cooking of any sort. So let me get that going. So I'll come back to you once I've got a pile here, so I can actually control the heat, because I'm going to be using these for about 15 or so minutes. Okay. All right, guys. Welcome back. I'm going to get this mix on the go. This is it's a tea biscuit mix. Got it from, it's pre-made. Got it from Bulk Barn. It's real cheap. You can buy a nice big bag, you know, a few bucks. I also brought some. Oops, I got a hot coal on the bag, so it's broken. A while back, I dehydrated some strawberries, so I put them in a bag. While I was coming out here, I just put a touch of water in the bag, rolled it up, put it away, so they're starting to hydrate before I actually use them. Won't be able to use the bag again because the hot coal melted it. I was an idiot. I just tip those in. And then I'm going to make sure that this time I'm not going to turn this into a soup like I did last time. So again, I take out my bowl, which is my mixing bowl. See if we can get this turned around into a nice dough. At least I know with a spoon I'm getting all the dough. Need a tad more. Getting all the dry powder. With this mix, when Gordon used it last on his very first video, which is where I saw how to use the oven, I thought it was a brilliant idea. He used tea biscuit mix from Bulk Barn 2, and we found it was a little, well, it wasn't sweet enough for us. Got a sweet tooth, that's why I've taken the fruit. I thought that the taste from the fruit would give it the sweetness that it would need for me personally. So once we've done that, just tip it out into the mold. And pack that down. So we got the mix in the mold. Obviously this time I know that it's not coming out. Put it in the pot. Obviously use the handles this time. Put the lid on and put it on. And now all I've got to do is keep feeding it to maintain the coals that are in there. So these 1 inch pieces of wood that I just snipped up with the pipe cutters is going to be easy enough for me to control the heat. Okay, thanks very much, appreciate it. I will come back in about 20 minutes or so. I'll show you if this works. As I said, it's an experiment. Every time you go out, you're learning. It's an experiment. So far, hopefully, everything's come out great on the Firebox. We'll just see what happens with this one. Okay, thanks very much. Talk to you in a few minutes. Alright guys, I think it's done. I have had a look at it a couple times just to see what's going on, but as I said before, this is an experiment. So unfortunately I put in too much of the biscuit mix, so it did stick to the top. So I'll learn next time not to take so much. But yoo-hoo! That looks awesome. So I'm going to take that off. Oh. I'll put that down. And I'm going to actually think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cool. But let me just focus in on that. As I said, I put in too much, so it's stuck to the lid, so that the top is squished. But you can see it's a nice golden brown. There's one piece that's poking over at the edge, and that one's got a little dark. But I'm not worried about that, I'll just pull that off. But I will show you the finished article in just a few minutes once this cools down a bit. Okay? Back in a few. Alright guys, well this is cooled down a little. I'm still going to wear my gloves, I'm not stupid. But I'm going to pop this out. That one's, those bits are burned, that's the strawberries unfortunately. But I'm going to pop this out and show you just how beautiful you can actually have breakfast out in the bush just with a pot and your trusty firebox. So lots of companies out there to make boxes and whatever for fires, but I absolutely love the Firebox. It was a good price range, absolutely bomb proof, great pieces of additions to go with it, like the boil plate and the adjustable fire grate and all the other bits and bobs that comes with it, that you can buy obviously separately. But hey presto, it worked out not bad. Alright, thanks very much for again. Please subscribe below. We're going to be doing an awful lot more. I'm going to do some cooking on the inside. I'm going to do some dehydrating of food, making how to do MREs, how to teach dehydrating, and we'll go from there. So have a great weekend. I hope you had a great weekend. This is now Sunday for me, and I will talk to you later. Take care. Bye bye now.